What's going on YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be unboxing and setting up the Asus VG249Q1R series gaming monitor. So it comes in cool little packaging. This is the 24-inch monitor. Just go ahead and grab my trusty blade here, and we're gonna slice this right open. So we got right there. We're gonna slice it on the sides now. Slice it on the other side. All right, cool. There we go. So this one actually has a unique little stand. I'm gonna show you guys. You can kind of see it in the picture here, but we're gonna go ahead and open it from the top here. And we're gonna just slide this out of the box like so. All right, cool. There's nothing else inside the box. We're gonna get that out of the way. All right, so just gonna take this off. So they do a pretty good packaging. Packaging is pretty solid. This monitor is like razor thin. I don't know if you guys can kind of see. Let me just take this out of here for a second so I can look at everything else inside the packaging. So the rest of this stuff kind of comes on the other side here. So this is the base of the mount. So you guys can kind of see it's a unique looking base. It's cool. I like it so far. This is gonna be my first gaming monitor. We're gonna do some hands-on with it, some nice cool little setup. So this is what's gonna basically screw into our monitor for the stand itself. Okay, I like that. So they give us, so this is nice, I like this. They actually give us both the HDMI cable and the DP cable, which is going to be really nice. So you can choose between the two. You want to run your PS3, PS4, PS5, whatever it is that you have, Xbox One, from HDMI to the monitor. And you can also have this for if you want to hook it up to a docking station or something. This is going to be really cool. We have our power cords, and the power brick is nice and small. I like that. A lot of the power bricks nowadays, they've been pretty big. So this is nice to have a small little power brick. That's gonna be cool. So that's basically everything that comes in the packaging. Let me go ahead and set this up real quick. Let me get a screwdriver so I can screw the mount onto the actual base, and we will see exactly how it turns out. Better screwdriver. So let me show you guys what the monitor itself looks like. So it is an infinity display, which is really cool. It's not curved or anything like that. That's basically how it looks. Oh shoot. Forgot to put my mic back on. So yeah, the display is not curved or anything like that. You can see how slim it is. TUF Gaming here on the bottom. I don't think it can, I think it tilts. It better can tilt, bro. So we have two HDMI ports, a DP port, our power, and we also have a headphone jack and power here. So a lot of people were asking me about a headphone jack on my other monitor video. The other monitor video doesn't have one, but if you're going to be connecting to a docking station, it really doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and put this on the mount. I already got some fingerprints on there, guys. I'll go ahead and have to wipe those off after. So for us to put this on, unless it's like this. Oh shoot, it is that way. Okay. So it's the opposite way. Oh, so you actually don't even need a screwdriver. So if you guys can see, this thing actually tilts. So you can kind of do it yourself. I like that. That's actually really handy. But if you still want to tighten it even more, you can do that with this. But it's actually pretty tight. You don't even have to So yeah guys, so we're gonna go ahead and throw this on my laptop table and we'll see exactly how this looks. Alright, so this is how I have it set up right now. I got my DP port plugged in and we also have the power. We have our 2 HDMI ports as well as the headphone jack, and I am plugged in right now to my docking station. Shout out again for Tobin One for supplying me the docking station. As soon as we plug everything in, we just have to plug my host cable into my laptop. And there we go guys, it's all set up and ready to go. So I've been using this monitor for the last couple of days now and it is incredibly crisp. We have an aspect ratio of 16.9. We have a resolution of 1920 by 1080p. Color gamut is 100% sRGB. We also have 250 candela for our brightness, 1000:1 contrast ratio, a response time of 1 millisecond, max refresh rate of 144 hertz, as well as an overclock to 165. This monitor is an absolute beast guys. I also like the stand. The stand looks really cool, but we're just gonna go ahead and dive into some of the settings here. So as soon as we press the power button on the back, we can launch this menu. We're gonna go into gaming. Like I said before, overclocking, you can turn this on to boost the hertz to 165. We have overdrive trace free, we can turn that up. We have game visual, so this is where we're going to be able to play around with the game visual settings. So say for instance we're in an FPS shooter, we can select the FPS shooter mode, or if we move into an open world game, maybe we want to select the game mode setting of RPG, so role-playing game. So there's different variations that you can use. Moving on to our game plus settings, we have crosshair, timer, display alignment, FPS counter, so we can show a real-time graph of the frame rates that we're using, and timer, so this is for like a time attack game, it'll show you a little timer. This is actually really cool. I like that a lot. And then we have crosshairs, so say for instance we want to enhance the crosshairs in the game, we can always change that. FreeSync, I'm kind of running through these really quickly guys, but there's like so many different options. We have shadow boost. This is for when you have those really dark areas in the game, you can turn up the shadow boost so that you can really lighten up those dark areas. I really like this feature guys, it's actually pretty cool. Moving on to image, we can always adjust our brightness, contrast, vivid pixels. This is for like sharpness and aspect control, you want to leave it at full. We also have a blue light filter. I think this is really nice as well. You don't have to kind of put that blue mesh or blue screen over your monitor, you can just adjust it in the settings. Color temperature, we have warm, normal, and cool, as well as user mode. This is the user mode is where you can actually adjust the RGB, but for now I just leave it at warm. And then moving on down to input select, this is really nice as well. We have 3 inputs here, 1 display and 2 HDMI, so it makes it really easy for you to navigate between searching the web and playing video games. Moving on, we have shortcuts. Now this is another really cool one. So when you first launch the menu, you have 2 shortcuts that you can create or pre-select, and you can change them to be brightness, contrast, blue filter, color, volume, just something that you want to have quick access to. You can create those shortcuts. Another cool thing, now this monitor has a lot of cool stuff, man. I actually really like it. It's pretty sick. You can have preloaded customization. So say you've customized the monitor settings to however you see fit, you can save those settings here and then load them whenever you need to, so you're not constantly changing all of these settings. Now moving on, we have language, sound. Now again, this monitor does come with 2 speakers. You have an eco mode that you can turn on or off if you want to save on power consumption, and it just kind of dims the brightness, to be honest. And then moving on, you can also turn off the power light indicator. So if you don't want it always on, as you guys can see, you can literally just turn it off so it's not always on there. Moving on to power lock. Now if you're like me and when you first pull up the menu you hit the stick at the wrong angle, you turn off your monitor, you can actually lock that key there. And then key lock itself is a little bit more interesting. This one actually locks the menu, so for you to be able to turn off the lock, you actually have to hold the navigation button in the downward position and hold it for 5 seconds. I actually have to revert to the manual in order to
figure this one out, guys. So there you go. As soon as you hold it down, you get this little pop-up that says key unlocked, and then you can use it again. Moving on to the OSD timer. This is just your on system display timer, transparency mode, and your DDC. You can turn this on or off. This is just to optimize some display settings. And then moving on, we have information, and this is just going to give us the model number, color depth, format, range, stuff like that. And then we have all reset. This is just to reset all of the settings back to the default settings, guys. So that's really everything inside the menu, as well as a quick breakdown of what this monitor has to offer. Honestly, I hope this video helped paint a clearer picture of what this monitor is truly capable of. If you guys have any suggestions on what you want me to review next, please drop them down in the comments below. I would love to hear it. Until next time, happy gaming and productive working. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.